Boom! What's up, everyone? It's me, Ronaldo Zaimi. Continuing the reaction videos series. This song is from my, as we said, first album released 2023. It took me 8 years to make this album, and it talks about stuff that happened in my life during the period of 2013 to 2015, maybe. So 2 years to 3 years, right? And yeah, this song is called Bertha Star, and oh boy, this was one of my biggest lessons and an experience I don't want to experience again in my life. Let's put on the sunglasses.
Cause all we are and we can be friends. Countless minds. But you still don't feel the rhythm of the erotic cities. Harbin that's with me in a college house party feel with.
Okay, so this girl, she was the girlfriend of an old friend, of a friend that I had at that time, right? He was like one of my best friends. So his girlfriend, in a way, kind of became my friend too. And right now, right now that I'm watching this whole situation, I was like, what a fucking stupid idiot I was to befriend this girl. And this girl, right, she became my friend, quote unquote. And she was like, she was the girlfriend of my friend, right? You see, it is a little bit a shameful situation because it is a kind of nip-tuck kind of thing situation. But she was the girlfriend of my friend, right? They kind of broke up, but she kept being friends with me, right? And every time they were like in a dark place, she would like kind of hit on me, but I was like, there's no way like she's hitting on me, like it is my imagination or something like that. And when we kind of went to college, because I was like in the, so here in Greece, you go in the morning in the school, right? And then you go again in a private kind of, it's not like private school, but it's like private schools, you know, like classes of 4 or 5 people, something like that, and you do private lessons in order for you to get ready to go like to college, right? And the exams are very, 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 very tough. I don't know like if it is true, but it is said that the exams for the college in Greece and college and everything, when it comes to education, Greece is like, it has like the toughest for the students. It's like things that we did like 18 years old, they are doing like in the universities in other European countries. I think Greece and Russia have like the toughest like educational system in the whole Europe. I don't know. Maybe like I'm capping, but I don't know. Like somewhere I heard that, but it is like very, especially like the third year, like before like you write like the exams, it is like very, very tough. At least in my year, it was like extremely tough. You have like to study all day and at night, you know, like 7 hours of sleep, and you are like in the morning in the school. Then you come home, you eat a little bit, maybe like you take a 20-minute nap, right? And then you go like to the private school, and then you come back home, and then you study till 12 o'clock or 1 in the morning, 1 till 7:30 to 8, you kind of sleep, you run to school. No, like seriously, you run to school because school is like 8:15, I think. You run. Like, I mean, like you run. You don't walk to school. You run and then repeat for at least 9 months or something like that. So I was like with her, like my buddy, my friend, he was 1 year older. He was already like out studying, like abroad. He already was in university, and me and her, we were like in the private school. We were going together, but right now this song is talking about the college. Once we kind of like we gave the exams. I went like to Thessaloniki. She didn't manage to get to Thessaloniki, and she went like with my buddy in another city in Greece. And wait, Siri. So, but then she broke up with my buddy, with my friend at that time, right? And now, but she still befriends me. I'm like, and she always gives me those hints, and I'm always like asking her to give me advice for that girl that I was in love with, right? But she always kind of give me hints, and she always like flirts with me in a way, and I'm like, get away from me, weirdo. No, but I'm like, what? You know, like I'm always like that. What? And because in my brain, I have here like the girlfriend of my friend, and I'm like, maybe like in the future they kind of get back together, and why should I like fuck it up? Because I also know that she that particular girl, let's call her Bertha Star, right? She's kind of like my friend used to have another best friend, right? And Bertha was the girlfriend of that best friend, right? So now Bertha gets in a fight with that old best friend. You gotta listen to the song, but she gets in a fight, and then she kind of like pivots, and my old best friend and his old best friend, they kind of get into a fight, right? Something like that. And Bertha ends up with my best friend, right? And then he kind of met me, and we started like becoming friends. I believe it was his fault that he set it up this way. But yeah.
Full balloon, girl and drunk full moon. And you wonder if I ever star in one of your web films, playing the lead role in your explicit scene. Holy fun, did I just say that you want me to become the lethal weapon of your events for my best? No matter what I like to do with you, my sexual fantasy has nothing to.
Oh yeah, and at that time, because like she was flirting like a lot with me, and like I started like fantasizing about her. But also a part of me was like, it is wrong, man. It is a sin, because like it maybe she's the ex of your best friend, but it is wrong, right? And it was like a weird situation that I was in. And before like we went like to our schools and all that stuff, once like we finished the private schools, right, and I wasn't anymore with her every day, like I tried to cut it off, right? I stopped calling her, nothing, like I never knew. And what this bitch did, man, like she went like to my friend, and But I couldn't even say like to my friend anything because I wasn't sure. You know how women like flirt. Like they give a little bit of hints here and there. They flirt a little bit different, like more strategic than men. And I couldn't say like, man, like Bertha is like flirting with me, or like because he would laugh. He would be like, "What a loser you are, you." What? Like she would put me on the spot. She would be like, "Oh, Constantino, like, why you thought something like that? You are a bad boy." You know what I mean? But like I tried to cut it off, right? And what this bitch did, she started complaining to my friend, and she was like, "Oh, Constantino's," because there is a missing S, right? He forgot about me. Like, how am I not his friend and all that, right? And my friend is like, we were like outside for a coffee, and he's like, "Man, like, like about Bertha, she started complaining, man. Like you forgot about her. You don't call her anymore. You used to be like so good friends." And like she started like from the private school like to kind of like flirt with me, and I wanted like to end it because at that time she started like she started um feeling that my friend, when he was like in the first year of college, he was cheating on her. Like she had that female intuition, and she would always tell me like, Constantinos, Constantina, because Constantina is like in Greek when somebody like talks to you, right? Constantina. Um, and she was like, I kind of feel that your best friend is cheating on me, and I was like, wait, what? No way. That absolutely not way. There is absolutely no way that he's cheating on you. What are you talking about? But my friend, he told me that in fact he was cheating on her, right? So she had that, and now she's like in her revenge kind of. Oh, you're cheating on me? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck your friend. You know what I mean? She was in that, and I was like, no, no, no. But but when a girl like hits on you, 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 right? You're a man at the end of the day, right? So I don't care what you might think, but what you might say and how you might judge me. But you starting like to, oh, oh, she said that thing. Oh my god, you know what I mean? With no guilt, that's why I'm on my. And I couldn't leave after the private school because my friend started like telling me, like, and her flirting and all that. It was like so strategic to make me, if like I bust out and say like, you are a hoe, you are doing this to me. It was like everything was like placed so good. Ever towards you, pretty devil. Are you sure that you want me to share my bed with? Oh yeah, and at that night she comes like in the Thessaloniki. I'm like, I got rejected for the from the girl that I was in love, because like she started telling me like, oh, I was like so stupid, man. I was like so romantic. I was like, I wanted her to be like my girlfriend and all that stuff, and she was like, oh no, I see you as a friend and stuff like that, you know. And at that time I wasn't like getting the hint that she wanted me like just to fuck her. And I was like, no, I'm in love with you. With my Nietzschean approach. And then Bertha, I'm telling that to Bertha, and she's like, oh, I'm going to come like to Thessaloniki to comfort you, Constantina, because like you are really hurt. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna go like to a party. No, I should come. She was like, now that he's vulnerable, now I understand everything. She was like, now that he's vulnerable, I'm gonna attack.
Please don't do this to me.
And this song is about like that night.
Cause what am I supposed to do? I'd rather sleep on the cold floor. Even though the two of you are not together anymore. And I wonder if I ever started one of you.
Okay, and so she comes, right? A guy that I used to know there in Thessaloniki, fly by night, like I met him like when all the college students, we would go out like for drinks and stuff like that. And he was like, what are you doing here in the bus station? In the center, right? Not bus station, but the bus stop. And I'm like, I'm waiting like for a friend of mine. And he's like, oh, your girlfriend? And I was like, no. And boom, she comes in and she gets out of the bus. We hug and he looks at me and he smiles. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this dude is smiling at me. Never mind. And then after the party, like at that time, the first year in the college, before like I got like with my roommate in the second, I rented a small, tiny room like this. It was like this, but imagine like there is the bathroom there, like there is like wall there in the chair. There is bathroom. There in the wardrobe. Then it is what you call it? It is the kitchen, right? It is the kitchen. Here the bed, and even this, I think it's like bigger than that. I don't remember. There, right? The bed, and that was it. And in my opinion, I think this room is bigger than the small apartment that I was renting there. So yeah, and the bed was single, and she was like, oh, let's sleep together. And I was like, no, I have to sleep on the floor. And I put like a couple of blankets, I put them on the floor. I was like, no, devil, you are going to sleep in the bedroom. No, in the bedroom, right, in the single bed, and I'm like sleeping on the floor.
Feelings playing the lead role in your explicit scene. Holy fuck, did I just say that you want me to be?
And that explicit scene that I'm talking about, she brought a camera, and she was like, oh, Constantina, I brought a camera and all that stuff. And we were taking like photos together and stuff like that. I don't know if she had other things in her mind that night with that camera. I don't know why she brought it. Never mind.
I'm the little weapon of your events for my best. No matter what I like to do with you, my sexual fantasy has nothing to do with the way I wanna shape my sacred reality. I'm living life with no guilt, that's why I'm on my worst behavior towards you. Pretty devil. My sexual fantasy has nothing to do with the way I wanna live my life.
It's like that song. It's a sin. Da-da-da, me how to down. Da-da-da-da, place of me. I'll always be the one to blame. That's how it was.
With you. Got to love them, Boro. Got to love them, Boro.
Bertha, stop. Strike a pose, Smiley, hold me tight.
Oh yeah, and I got that camera, and I was like, you know what are we gonna do? I was like, since you made all that effort, I wasn't like saying it like I'm saying it right now, but I was like hinting on it in a way. I was like telling it like not straightforward. And you wanna like in a way get revenge from my best friend, right? And be like, what are we gonna do? Let's take a selfie in the bed with clothes on, of course, like ready to go out before we go out. And let's put it like on Facebook, like on my profile and on your profile, the same picture, right? And people are gonna think like we are kind of like together now, right? So you get your revenge, and maybe a part of me was like, that other hoe is gonna look at me with Bertha, because to tell you the truth, Bertha at that time, she was also like very, very beautiful and very hot, right? She had another beauty. She didn't have that. The love of my life had that Latina kind of beauty, you know what I mean? I kind of think that not Latina, she was like more like an Indian kind of gypsy thing. I think she had like a little bit of gypsy blood inside of her. But let's say Latina, right? And Bertha had that other beauty. She had the Asian beauty, you know, like she looked like a Japanese like girl, you know, but hot one, you know, like beautiful and all that stuff, very feminine. So yeah, it was like, so she was like a great competitor for the love of my life. And yeah, I was like, maybe a part of me was like, okay, Bertha, let's do like whatever you want.
Let's say meet the jealous guy.
Let's make them jealous,
Sing
right?
your raps and everything will be alright.
Why you still bothering me? Do I look like trophy to you? Why you inviting me? Not your bestie's husband, do you? Why she playing with my hair? Why you touch me down there? Yeah, how could you?
Now we do all that, right? Now the song cuts to another time, to another place. Again, back in Thessaloniki, but now what Bertha is doing is like, okay, like this guy, like he's not fucking me, right? So now she's inviting me. She's Bertha and her best friend, right? And her best friend, very, very, very hot girl, right? Huge, I mean, like natural, you know what I mean? Very hot. I had her when we were like 6th grade, 12 years old. I had like I was like I had her as my girlfriend kind of thing, but it was like very platonic. Nothing ever happened with her. And she's inviting me with her, and both of these bitches, like they're starting like hitting on me. Right now, get this one. Bertha, the ex of my best friend, right? This girl, the best friend of Bertha, huge. She's the ex of the brother of my best friend, who also was one of my best friends. He was like a very, very good friend of me. And at one time, he was also best friend of me. Right? So there is like double revenge. And now the devil is like, oh, you didn't want to sin? So I'm going to double sin on you, motherfucker.
Take it that far away. Oh, now I know. She's the ex of your ex's brother. Happened to also be my friend too, but not the brisky like the one you wanted to take revenge of, want to make him pay for all the pain he caused you. Sorry, but I never meant your wish come true, but I was close. No matter what I like to do with you, my sexual fantasy has nothing to do with the way I wanna shape my.
I didn't do it, man. I slept on the couch, and they slept in the bedroom, right? Da 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 da. I always be the one to blame.
I'm living life with no guilt. That's why I'm on my worst behavior towards you. Treat the bliss like a brother to me, like a brother to, like a brother to me, like.
Bros before hoes, right? But what would you have done? Right now, this wait.
Brother to me, brother to me, like a brother to, like a brother to me. My best friend, yeah, he stole you from his oldest friend. Now you won't. Need to steal you from him, but chain of fools.
Cut it off. So yeah, a lot of you, especially the males, right? You would have done it, and you know that deep inside of you. And don't say otherwise, because you haven't been tested in life, especially by females and lust, L-U-S-T, right? Now, there is a part of you that you wouldn't have done it, and you would have put like the bros before hoes, like I did, right? Even though they were the exes, it doesn't matter, man. Ex, old, whatever. These guys, especially like the old boyfriend of Bertha, he was like, I mean, like literally, he was like a brother to me. That's how like I had him like a brother, literally. And he was the one who helped me with the cinema. He gave me like his hard driver. He had like a hard driver like this one, 1 terabyte of all the movies, like all the movies. I mean, like Akira Kurosawa, Igmar Bergman, Kubrick, all, everybody. And he gave it to me. I copied all the movies, and I started like studying like so fast, and he like pointed me like to the right directors, and from the beginning, boom, I went like Karwai Wong, and never mind. So that's why like I only studied 9 months, because like the studying was like, you know what I mean? And I am like very grateful to have met him in my life. Right now we are not like friends anymore, because like I went into my own imaginary prison and I cut off with everybody. But at that time, man, I do not regret it, right? A part of me also says, oh, it was like hoes, who gives a fuck? Because both Bertha and my friend and everybody like moved on with their lives. They have created families and all that stuff. But yeah, I do not regret it, and I do not regret anything, man. Like there were times when I was like, oh man, like especially when I was like in the imaginary prison, that I want like to fuck so much, like, and I was like, why the fuck didn't I fuck those hoes? But no, man, no, I do not regret it. I strongly believe in the brotherhood. You know what I mean? And when you find like real friends, doesn't matter, whatever, man. Even if they throw you money, even if they throw you like pussy, even if they throw you like whatever, like don't kind of backstab your bros. Even if your bros backstab their own bros, whatever, it is me. It is my consciousness. It is, you know what I mean? But at the same time, don't be like so friends with girlfriends of your friends or whatever. Or you ladies, don't let like whatever, like your man be friends with your besties, unless you are into whatever me and my girlfriends are. So yeah, it is what it is. Bros before. Peace and love, everyone. Bye.